All right, you guys, it's your boy back at y'all with another one. Let's get down to business. So the Milwaukee Bucks, yet again, beat the Brooklyn Nets. Now, the Brooklyn Nets pretty much asses again tonight. Now, they was able to beat thanks to Kyrie Irving, but at home, at home. Bad. 121 to 109 was the final score. Bobby Portis had 25 points and 12 assists. 12 rebounds and 2 assists. Chris Middleton had 20 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Giannis had 31 points in 27 minutes. The Brooklyn Nets are only 9 and 10. Well, make that 9 and 11 now against teams over 500. They're 9 and 11. Compared to other Eastern Conference contenders, the Chicago Bulls, who are 11 and 6 against teams above 500, the Milwaukee Bucks, who just got done whooping their asses, they're 10 and 7 against teams above 500, and the Miami Heat, who's 13 and 9 against teams above 500. Indicator of who will be a contender and who will be a pretender. And the best players are not playing the best basketball. Yes, Kevin Durant had 29 points, but the empty stats. As LeBron James just got a 3-point play on the Atlanta Hawks, Lakers hold an early 10-6 lead, and LeBron gets the free throw to go. But it's the same problems that the Brooklyn Nets have. The defense is trash, especially against athletic big men. I've said this on occasions to where athletic big men will give this team problems. And who fits that bill as an athletic big man? You guessed it, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Teams like the Philadelphia Sixers, who have a big man in Joel Embiid, who can give the Brooklyn Nets. Teams like the Chicago Bulls and Nikola Vucevic, with DeRozan, Levine, and Lonzo Ball, they can give the Brooklyn Nets problems. And I also said this too, that the team they had prior to the James Harden trade, that was the team that could have won it all. When they had Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert, Jared Allen. This is what the Brooklyn Nets get for being greedy. At times, less is more. And the team that they had James Harden trade was the team that was a major threat to win the NBA championship. After the trade, they pretty much depleted their depth. And now you have a lineup that's stars and scrubs. You got a stars and scrubs lineup right now with the Brooklyn Nets. So now you're relying on guys like an aging LaMarcus Aldridge, Nick Claxton, an aging Paul Millsap, Blake Griffin, another guy who's aging. You relying on those guys to where if KD has an off night, James Harden, he's definitely not playing up to his expectations. And yes, there was a moment where James Harden turned back the clock, but all in all, he's been a massive disappointment. James Harden has. So how is it that the Brooklyn Nets are only 9-11 against teams above 500? Teams under 500, they're 15-3. Which goes back to what we said. They beat up on the bad teams. What's up, Luda Rider? Salute to my homie Luda Rider Sports. They beat up on the bad teams, but cannot beat the good ones. So ain't nobody here capping. Ain't nobody here, some narrative. The facts are the facts. The evidence speaks for themselves. They are trash. And there's no reason to believe that this team will be a threat to win the NBA championship, let alone get to the finals, let alone win the NBA championship. As Malik Monk just got a dunk. Now, a few years ago, a lot of people ragged on Kerry Champion for saying that KD ain't got no heart. Now, this ain't me being heard. No. Kerry Champion did a lot of buck dancing. But I remember she's on Sports Center, and when she said that, a lot of people jumped their feet first, including a lot of NBA players jumped in her ass for that. But as time goes on, because what I always say, give something time, and time reveals. And for all intents and purposes, she's been. What's up, Lou?
What's up, LB? Man, get your ass whooped by the Milwaukee Bucks at home, man. Like, come on, bro.
And now they just get their asses beat. Look, they ain't even had their head coach. They got beat by the assistant coach, Darvin Ham.
You want to know why I don't want to hear tonight, LB? I don't want to hear these Brooklyn Nets fans talking about, well, we had Kyrie out there who won the game. I don't want to hear that. It's not Kyrie's fault that y'all ass keep getting whooped by over 500 teams. And by the way, my boys are still in first place with another victory tonight over the Washington Wizards. Yeah.
Man, fuck that.
But all we heard this offseason, LB Apple, KD won that gold medal. Oh, he's the best player in the world. KD can take over any game. KD this, KD that. Well, I'm waiting. When he gonna take over games? If he's supposed to be the best player in the world, why you keep losing over 500 over 500 then? And this year, we are seeing the real James Harden if they had these same rules over the years. I like the fact that the NBA came out with this whole new rules thing about the foul calls. And it is exposing everybody's game, especially James Harden. So I don't feel sorry for the Brooklyn Nets. They put the team together, and this is what happens. Y'all probably get the easy way. Now you see what happened when you try to get the easy way to win championship. Ooh, damn cold. Ooh, hands are freezing.
All I know is this. Until this team figures it out, this team ain't going nowhere.
It's like it's LB. You should already get out. You should already had it figured out by now. You knew Kyrie Irving wasn't gonna be playing with y'all. You knew this. You knew James Harden was the still of the still. And KD, you supposed to be the team leader. You supposed to be that man. You need to getting no guys' asses.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want. So like I said.
So what do you think are some of the problems associated with the Brooklyn Nets?
They don't play defense. They don't know how to fucking rebound. Look at all the games they lost. They get out rebound all the time. They don't want to rebound either. And KD supposed to be 7 foot tall. He's not getting down there in the dirt to get rebounds. The main guy who should be still on the team right now, playing for Cleveland, should be your leading rebounder right now.
Or Jared Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah, they really screwed up by trading those guys. All those guys I talked about.
No, they screwed up. When you trade away half your team just to get an overweight guy who loves eating donuts all day long and hanging out with whatever rapper's name they is.
Little Baby?
Yeah, Little Baby. Come on, man. James Harden talking about he won't win championship, but he don't take it serious.
But that's the thing, though. James Harden was full of shit. I remember that interview he did with Stephen A. when he was talking about how he was focused on winning a championship. How? You cannot possibly focus on winning a championship when you party star every night. Like this dude is I want to show y'all something. I want to show you something, Lou. Right? I went back to James Harden's time with the Rockets. Because when you lose, remember all the stuff start coming out about the team, about you, and all this stuff. We're gonna talk about this, right? Because this goes to deeper. This goes way deeper than what we got going on, right? In the NBA, or it would the Brooklyn Nets. Now we are going all the way back. First of all, look how big he is anyway, right?
How is this Fat Apple Warner looking like Sam Clark do on the All-Star team right now, man?
No.
How fans are still voting him like he one of the top players? Come on now.
So we skip all this thing to where Harden has been at the forefront of the city to lead following the winter storm that happened last February, right?
Yeah.
The summer of 2017 was an important juncture in Harden's career. The ending of the 2016-17 season left a bad taste in his mouth with a bizarre 10-point performance and an elimination loss to the San Antonio Spurs. That's the game they got blown out. They lost by 39 points.
Yeah, that's the game where they said, hey, James Harden was tired and out of energy. It's the game 7.
No, that was
game 6. I don't want to hear about him being tired out of energy. You should be ready to play no matter what. Because San Antonio
See,
didn't have
nah,
had.
he said he was an LA native, spending a good time back home, having lived in Los Angeles for years, certainly with family, familiar with the area. The four of them met up at Delilah's, a public upscale restaurant, and the conversation began as soon as they were seated. Both of them were destined for a championship, and it would take some more than half-court sets to get them there. By sacrifice, trust, and a common goal. But this is the thing, though. James Harden has been on work, partying, living this lavish lifestyle, all this stuff. So
I knew he was going to that one championship.
Daryl Morey
Really, you can say he when he didn't want to run it back with Chris Paul in that same team. He got rid of that or what? Big man, Clippers Pella.
I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that part. So remember, Daryl Morey goes on the Dan Patrick show and say Chris Paul and James Harden ain't getting traded. Everybody else is on the block. 2 weeks later, Chris Paul gets traded to OKC. Then, one of the dumbest moves the Houston Rockets made is what Luda Sports alluded to, is they trade Clint Capella to the Atlanta Hawks. They pretty much sacrificed their rim protection for Russell Westbrook. And the justification for that was, oh, we gotta switch the floor. We gotta let people get in the paint. All this craziness, right? Look, the fact of the matter is, when your reputation precedes you, certain things will play out in certain situations. Now, what's up, Lou? What you got to add to that?
When Daryl Morey came out and said James Harden is the greatest scorer, just like Michael Jordan, that's when I was done with James Harden.
Yeah, that was dumb. That was a stupid comment by Daryl Morey, the greatest scorer since Jordan. Get the fuck out of here. We all know good and damn well that wasn't true.
And remember what me and Two Rob been saying for years? How can you call this man one of the top players in the league? All he does when to get to the foul line, 2 foul shots all the whole game. He really don't have no moves. Yeah, they say, oh, the Euro step is a great move. What? You tell me a guy who only got like 2 moves, a Euro step and a floater, is one of the top 5 players in the league? Come on, man.
Then get this. Look at it. Honey Buns hiatus through Atlanta. And remember, this was also during the when the pandemic was going on.
You talking about when you spend it almost every night in the strip club?
Almost every night. So how can he be serious about the game? How can he be serious about winning a championship? Hell, even the late great Kobe Bryant, when he was playing, when he retired, what did the late great Kobe Bryant say? Look, your game ain't conducive to winning a championship. Y'all start to play ain't gonna win your championship. And what happened? They go to playoffs, get bounced in the second round. The year the Lakers won the championship a couple years ago, they won the first game and they didn't win no other game after that. Man, those other games weren't even competitive. But that's who the Brooklyn Nets trade for.
Don't be up there saying like, "Oh, Kobe was right. He was right what he said about me." Don't say it. Let you gonna go in the court and prove it.
Kobe Bryant was proven right.
Like this. That's why I get. This is what made me mad about players today. They say certain things in the media But do they go on the court and do what they say? Hell no.
Yeah, because look, people say all the right things in the media, right? People say all the right things in the media. But what do we always tell you? You can't go by what someone says. You got to go by what they do. And what James Harden's been doing ain't been conducive to winning no damn championship. That's why I say the only person on that team with any kind of KD won 2 rings with Golden State, but
LB, he won. He instead of him trying to lead the team to a championship, he had to join forces with Curry, Thompson, win championship.
Right, and that's what I was getting to that. Despite the fact KD won those rings with Golden State, ain't nobody respect those damn rings. Now Kyrie's rings, when Kyrie won his 1 ring against the Cleveland Cavaliers, people put high regard on that ring because it was his shot that propelled them to win the championship. Of all 3 of them, who do you trust most in the clutch?
Kyrie Irving.
Okay then.
That's what people don't understand. The reason I pulled for the Brooklyn Nets last year because I wanted to see Kyrie win the championship and give the whole media and everybody who hate on him the middle finger.
Now, I want to throw this out there, right? I want to throw this out there, Lou. What you think, right? Because I thought about this all day today, actually. What if the Brooklyn Nets start tanking these games to get down to the 5th seed just so we can get Kyrie Irving for at least 4 games away from Brooklyn?
I believe it. Because we all been saying that, and plus I've been saying that too. What if they got Kyrie Irving out on the court and trade him around the trade deadline to show him off that he can still play?
But the trade him. That's off the table. That's off the table. And any notion of Kyrie Irving getting traded and all that is completely off the table. But what if late during the season they start these games to get down to the 5th or even the 6th seed? That way they get cut because with Kyrie Irving, right? This team is a joke. Without Kyrie Irving, this team is anything but a juggernaut. So my thing is, if they get knocked out to the 5th or even the 6th seed, Kyrie Irving for at least 4 games. They take their chance home when they get to like games 3 and 4, but at least for 1, 2, 5, and they'll have Kyrie. Now, could this all backfire and they get eliminated? Yeah.
You want to know? I also believe they hoping that Milwaukee out Chicago get that #1 seed, because if they do, they may have to meet each other in the second round.
Who knows? They might play each other in the first round.
That's only if Milwaukee get that 8th seed.
Well, the Brooklyn Nets will be in the playoffs. They're not going to play in that playing game. That playing game will be for like teams like Washington, Charlotte, the Knicks, Atlanta, teams like that.
What I don't understand right now, LB, is why they still talking about Kevin Durant as the MVP?
He's definitely not in the MVP conversation. Definitely not.
Like, to me, right now, number one is DeMar DeRozan.
Are you saying this as a biased Bulls fan?
No, have you seen his play this season?
Yeah, he's been amazing.
I'm just saying, like, to me, right now, the top two MVPs should be DeMar DeRozan and Chris Paul.
I've been advocating for Chris Paul to win the MVP for years. The problem is,
to me, right now, Chris Paul should have at least two MVPs right now.
Two. He should have at least three.
What he did at OKC and Phoenix, man, he don't get enough respect like he.
And even and also when he got traded to the Clippers, remember before he got to the Clippers, that team wasn't shit. That team were perennial losers. The Los Angeles Clippers before Chris Paul got there were perennial losers, and he made that team a playoff team.
The Clippers already have at least one title right now. Because remember, every time they got close, they got injured.
Yep. So, in my opinion, Chris Paul should have had at least 3 MVPs if you go about what the most valuable player is. Unfortunately, we got a biased and corrupt media that you get a whole bunch of people that don't know nothing about basketball, beat writers, sideline reporters.
Those same idiots had no problem giving Steve Nash the MVP, even though we don't think he deserved it at that time.
Right.
Kobe and Shaq should have won those years.
Well, yeah. But it goes back to what I said. If they follow the principle and they follow the rules of the MVP, right? Time tested and true. The best player or best team wins the MVP. Right? Now, if you go off that logic, Chris Paul is not the best player he is the best player, but he's not on the best team. That goes to Golden State. In which at that point you got to give it to Stephen Curry. Even though Stephen Curry's been playing like shit, but his team's been winning. In spite of that. Now, I'm always a big fan of Chris Paul winning the MVP, and I think he deserves it. Because that Phoenix team wasn't shit before he got there.
You got that right. Remember when people found out he was going to Phoenix? Everybody said, "Why you going to a loser team like that?" Well, that loser team played in the NBA Finals for the first time since 1993.
Yep. Man, I was 14 years old the last time they went to the NBA. No, not 14, 13 years old when they went to the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember those finals.
That was Charles Barkley MVP season.
Shoot, I was in like fourth grade when they were in the finals.
Yep. So I mean, if you look at
MVP, now that year the MVP Charles Barkley got was questionable because they said Jordan should have won that year.
Right. Oh yeah, Jordan was pissed. He didn't win the MVP that year.
They did it to him again in '97 with Karl Malone. My understanding was they said we cannot keep on giving this Jordan every year, even though he puts up great numbers every year.
But yeah, man, Brooklyn. So what you think they're gonna trade somebody? You think they're gonna make a trade?
I believe so, because remember, they were talking about Ben Simmons going to Brooklyn, remember?
Yeah.
And plus, I believe they're going to try to find some type of way to make the Lakers good again in the trade deadline. They already don't trade Rondo.
Well, the only reason why Cleveland asked for Rondo because Colin Sexton out for the year, Ricky Rubio gone for the year, and the only person that really got on the wing is goddamn on Darius Garland.
Didn't they just sign Isaiah Thomas to a 10-day contract?
Who?
Cleveland.
10 days.
Yeah, you know, people, they've been giving notes on guys 10-day contract.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be in no damn 10-day contract. That's disrespectful to a former All-Star.
You telling me. The Lakers should not let him go.
Lakers really didn't need Isaiah Thomas, though.
Dude, I'm mad at Milwaukee Bucks for letting DeMarcus Cousins go. I hope my Bulls sign him.
Yep.
Dude, Cousins was playing great.
And when I said it, though, people act like I ain't know. People say, "Oh man, LBU knew what you talking about." So when I say, "Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about," but anyway, it is what it is. The goddamn Brooklyn Nets. Let's see who the next game is. Who Brooklyn Nets? Brooklyn next game. They got. Oh. Well, hold on. That's the next meeting against the Bucks. So Kyrie will play in that game. That's February 26th. They play the San Antonio Spurs Sunday at 12 o'clock.
So basically, they're going to be up on a under 500 team.
So they're going to play San Antonio on Monday. And they got a brutal stretch of games because of the postponements, right? So they got 5 games in 7 nights. The Brooklyn Nets do. So Sunday, they got at home against the Spurs. Then they turn around and go to Portland on Monday, right? They get a night off, and then they go to Chicago on Wednesday next week. Then turn around and go to OKC the next night. No, I take that back. They're home against OKC the next night. So, man, these will be some tired-ass motherfuckers, man. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 games in 5 nights. They got games in 5 nights because of the outbreak.
Well, no excuses. They better go out there.
Remember, they were supposed to play the Chicago Bulls. They were supposed to play the Chicago Bulls on the December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas. But that game ended up getting postponed because of the outbreak. So they're home for San Antonio on Sunday, go to Portland on Monday, go to Chicago on Wednesday, and they're home against OKC on Thursday. They're off Friday. Then they're home against the Pelicans. They should beat up on the Pelicans. And then they're off again, and then they go to Cleveland on Martin Luther King Day. So in about 7 days, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 6 games. No, they got 5 games in 7 days.
That's how it is.
They would be some tired ass motherfuckers, boy.
Lakers ain't gonna act like they won championship tonight.
Malik Monk, fire. He's feeling it. 50-34, Lakers up by 16. Dwight Howard cleans it up The Malik Monk, he is fucking hot. Austin Reeves, back to Howard, to Westbrook. Westbrook pulls it out. Westbrook, a jump shot. He gets it to go and the foul. Fouls on John Collins. I don't even see where the foul was, but okay, whatever. It smiles right now. Lakers up by 18.
Man, that team ain't the same without Nick McMillan on sidelines.
Nick McMillan up for because he got the Maximus, right?
Yep.
And Dwight Howard with a lazy foul. And he gets the and one. Clint Capella. Oh, that was on Westbrook, my bad. But yeah, man. So the Bulls right now, like I said, they can't. The Bulls can beat good teams. The Brooklyn Nets cannot beat good teams, and they're going to find themselves in a world of hurt if they don't get this shit together.
I wanted my Bulls really want to be number one seed though, because in the past, since Michael been gone, they've been number one seed. They didn't go far in the playoffs.
Yep.
Plus,
See what happens though, because
I can see them winning like the first round matchup against the playing against the team who won the playing tournament. But this second round, if we gotta play Milwaukee, we got no answer for Giannis.
you got no answers for Giannis.
Like my Bulls gonna be able to stay in the game. It does those clutch minutes down the stretch. Giannis gonna do. They ain't gonna. Ain't gonna call nothing on Giannis. If they do, they gonna probably call They ain't gonna call no offensive fouls, nothing like that.
Yeah, we have to see about that.
Oh, dang. Oh shit. Hey, LB, I gotta charge my phone up, man. I see.
No, I put the stream anyway. But all right, bro. Appreciate you for coming on, man.
All right.
All right. Go subscribe to Luda Sports. Smash the like. Hit the subscribe. This your boy. Scream at me. Oh!